Good afternoon. Today, I would like to go into a reading on Luigi. I just want to check in with him and see what's going on there. I also started putting some of the research I've done on our Facebook page. It's Tarot Time on Facebook, and it's just a couple of documents. I also just recorded the will from Mary Mangione, Luigi's grandmother, and her instructions on a felon. Who gets to make that decision? So Mary Mangione's will gives the trustees the power to withhold any discretionary or mandatory discretion of income for the benefit of lineal descent who is charged, indicted, convicted of, or pleads guilty to a felony. Let's break that down. So Mary Mangione's will, that's Luigi's grandma, gives trustees the power to withhold any or mandatory distribution of income. The trustees are her children, Luigi's parents, for the benefit of any lineal descendant who is charged, indicted, convicted of, or pleads guilty to a felony. So Luigi's grandma gives his parents and her siblings, or his siblings, like the parents' generation, the power to withhold the distribution of income. The will states that she wants trustees to particularly consider invoking their discretion to implement this section if a felony involves physically violent act against another person. The decision of the trustees is conclusive, final, and binding on everyone. The will adds, "It is my wish that the benefit of the doubt is not given to the individual." So let's unpack that. Luigi's grandmother died and left a will. Anyone charged with a felony is not to be given any money, and her children, the generation between Luigi and his grandmother, get to make that decision. Interesting. Curious. The next thing that I just wanted to mention was I've seen a lot of information about the Manifesto. I am very, very weary of that for a number of reasons, but the most obvious to me is Ted Kaczynski. He was the Unabomber, right? Whoever the Unabomber, he's the one in the woods. Well, it's in the CIA declassified documents. This is not allegedly or a conspiracy theory. He was involved in MKUltra. It's all documented. It's all there. And it has been said that he was framed. I don't know if that was intuitive or so. That's an alleged thing. And the reason that I'm bringing up this manifesto is he had a manifesto too against the government. There's also a lot of CIA declassified documents that talk about other leaders, especially during the Cold War, who had manifestos. And the CIA, this is all in the documents. Everyone has Google. Please do your own research. They passed it around to make sure everyone approved of this manifesto that so-and-so was about to release right after he committed suicide, like OpenAI. So I don't put any weight in that manifesto at all. I think it's all a frame job. I think this kid, just like BK, is getting 100% set up. 100%. There is absolutely, at this exact moment, not one piece of information, especially once you know the formula, confuse, control. Maybe I should do a video on all of the discrepancies they've been printing. But with that being said, there's absolutely no weight in that manifesto to me. I think that's part of, well, you can look at the CIA documents. There's I found at least 3 or 4 examples of manifestos.
He didn't do it. There's no way in hell that this kid is the one that's responsible for taking the life of Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare. Take a look at this video. Take a look at this video. It's almost like it's like watching a clip from Ocean's 11 or Impossible. I'm waiting for Tom Cruise to come out of nowhere and just jump down and save this kid. Why are they guarding this kid? And he's got more security than our own president of the United States of America. Take a look at this video, and then I'm going to come back and tell you exactly what I see. I'm telling you right now that people are covered in their asses. I'm telling you right now what I see. But what my gut says is that people are covering their asses, and this is a fall guy. This is a fall guy for something much bigger. Whether it's government officials, whether it's those 3 little letters that nobody likes to talk about, whether it's much bigger and higher than that, and there was corruption and collusion with this CEO of the United Healthcare, hearing the rumblings of tunnels and caves and this and that, and Nancy Pelosi, and corruption and collusion, and this kid is in the middle of all of it? No way. No freaking way do I believe for a second that this kid, and I could be completely crazy, and this could be a conspiracy theory, and yada, yada, yada. But I'm watching, I'm seeing, I looked at the pictures, the eyebrows are different. It does 2 + 2 is 4. And when shit stinks from the head, it stinks from the head of the snake. And I have to tell you, there's going to be a much bigger story is going to come out of this. Mark my words, mark the words of the midnight, mark it and listen to me very carefully right now. Luigi Mangione is innocent, or at least he's innocent until proven guilty. But I believe, as I'm sitting here making this video right now, that this man didn't commit that crime.
I'm not convinced that Ted Kaczynski, the one who was in the woods, wrote that at all. I don't even think he was a bomber. And the reason that I don't think that, is the CIA documents. I mean, else to say it, but I think he was framed. He was a freshman when he was involved in MKUltra. If you don't know what MKUltra is, you have Google. It was a mind control technique that the CIA used on unconsenting, that's illegal, adults and children in America. I think it started in the 1950s. They said it's done, but they say a lot of things, so. Those are the things I just wanted to say that thing about the manifesto. I just don't buy it. So I'd also like to do a reading on Luigi and just kind of see what's on. I know I said I was going to come back yesterday and finish up Kathy, but I didn't. So I won't make an excuse. I had other stuff going on. So let's just chap in with Luigi. I've already set sacred space and called in the quarters. I have questions. And we'll just see where it goes. I'm going to set my intention for Luigi and just see where it goes. Oh, great. The death card just jumped. I already need a glass of water. Okay, great. Fortune. I'm just making sure you guys are on. Okay. He's a Taurus. He's a hermit. Okay, just a second. I'll explain these as I'm laying them out. That's water. Oh, the devil's here. Someone wants to get out of town, probably him. Poor kid. I feel really bad for him. I feel like this is sad. Oh, the Tower, Justice. He has a lot of Major Arcana cards. Someone was asking me to do a reading on Britney again. Yeah, I will. I absolutely love Britney. And, I mean, that's my generation. Also, anytime you see any news about Lou Taylor, send it over. She just got named in Diddy. can't wait for that day. Leo, if you're watching, I don't like you. So that's not very nice. Other plans for him. Poor little guy. Wow, he has a ton of major arcanas. All right. So all comes down to the pentacles. Oh, Queen of Swords. Judgment. Man. All right, this poor kid. All right. So, well, we'll get started with. I have to take my jewelry off because it clanks on the table. It feels so weird. Death. Death jumped. Death's an end. Death doesn't always. I mean, if I'm just reading, then death is the end of a cycle. We could use that, except we have the Overkill card, the Tower, and Devil here. I wonder if he was struggling with an addiction. We have a Queen of Swords here. This is not. I should have checked Mary. Mary's the grandmother, not Kathy. When I was working on their family, it also, when I have children, because that moon baby's on his way. I am not naming them anything from their family. Honestly, when you do it's not even genealogy. Like, it's just, I was just trying to make an outline of their family, and they're all named the same. So you have to look at the years so you can figure out what generation it is. Anyway, I don't want to name anyone my family name, so not that it matters, but there's a Queen of Swords here. What do we know about the Queen of Swords in True Crime Tarot? The Queen of Swords is cutthroat, smart. She's like 15 of everyone. She also has a sword you can cut, or you can open a letter. It's an air sign. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. I don't know if he had an addiction. We're not there yet. We're just figuring out there's another strong female, and she's cutthroat, like literally cutthroat. We have a Wheel of Fortune. Ethan, there's only 2 wheels in the entire tarot. One's the world, that's an end, the end, done. And one is spin the wheel. I feel like Luigi's about to become our little Ethan. Because somebody, probably this queen, I wonder if this is his grandmother, Mary Mangione, is. I feel like my grandma would love that name. I bet they all know each other from the boat. From grandma. Somebody spun a wheel, and I'm guessing it's this feminine. Somebody's grieving over spilled blood. Another feminine. We have this Mirage. I feel like he's trying to say, like, money too happy. Yeah, they win like everything, but like, I'm not seeing any happy cards here. Let's just put it that way. We have another knight. This is probably him. Where's the other knight? Poor guy. I think he was always, I don't know, he had 2 sisters. We'll have to look. Someone wants to get out of town. Kathy got these cards yesterday. Now we go into the Devil. Devil's an addiction. I don't know if Luigi struggled with addiction. It would make sense that they framed him. I'm not even, I mean, entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. There are literally no facts. I'm a chook with the tarot deck cards. And I wonder if he was struggling with an addiction, or he was struggling with it before his grandmother died. Is the clause that she added to the will? Leaves there. I mean, our siblings are the trustees. So I wonder when that was set to pay out. Actually, that's a really good question. Imagine if it was January 1st of this year. I'm going to write that on my list for our wonderful, beautiful friends that help me research. I love you guys. I know if I don't say it enough, just know I love you. When was the will meant to pay out? And if it was January 1st, or January 21st, when the whole world, well, American world is about to flip upside down. Can't wait. The timing of this come into play, I'm guessing. When was will pay out? Okay. Then we have from what no longer serves them. So I saw it on TikTok. Someone was like, oh, an Italian family, blood is thicker than water. No, allegedly. This is all, take it for what you will, but in the mainstream media, they are saying that Luigi's mother reported him missing. This sounds to me like addict behavior, now that it might be. I don't know. And I'm not, all the disclaimers, what's below. And if you are, I wonder if he was an addict, and that's why she couldn't get in touch with him. That's very common in my experience with addiction. I didn't have an addiction, thank God, to drugs, but mine was alcohol. But of that, I'm sure, I mean, it touches everyone, addict and hold of when they're in the middle of their addiction. So anyway, there was some girl that was like, oh, these Italians would never turn on them. Well, the news is saying that his mom did. So, well, she told on him a few times, but to me, it just sounds like it's so obvious. To me, it just sounds so manufactured. Then we have this is rest and relaxation. So 4 of Cups, it's him. Oh no, he's a Earth sign. This to me is also a spoiled little brat. He's like, the universe is trying to offer him so much, and he's just like, no. But it can also be like someone, oh wait, I wouldn't say weighing the weight, but like thinking about his options. King of Cups, I didn't check the dad's birthday. So I'm guessing my husband was really like debutante stuff, society, grandma. It's a long story, but the point is in those, like their names were all yada yada in Charleston, but in those families, the grandmother was the patriarch, his mom. Well, her family. So I'm guessing this could be the grandpa Nick or his dad Lou. And King of Cups, he's just like dumb. He does not really gonna cut your head off. He's very emotionally balanced. He's a leader. We have Justice. Sometimes I think of Higgins. I did just think of Higgins. Justice. Maybe he'll get to this. Maybe what it was he was an addict and his family was ashamed of him. And they needed to get rid of Brian. Oh, another thing I forgot to tell you guys. On one of the 15 background reports, because Kathy has about 50. Oh, O'Keefe. Kathy O'Keefe as a, what is it when you have a different name? Pseudonym? I don't know what the name is, but O'Keefe has come up, and I smiled. I didn't get anything from John. I don't really feel John directly, but she also worked at Pfizer. You don't have to be a theorist. Done anything. Pfizer, that's interesting. And they have Nancy Pelosi. Brian was testifying against her. I feel like this killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Perhaps. I don't know. I don't know what justice is, but what I do know is here's the tower, and the game's over. Over. If you were doing a regular reading and you got the tower, we're not dealing with like dead bodies. This is a divorce, or you ignore intuition, and now Callie's coming to clear out all the mess that you don't need, and it can be a rock bottom. Well, here's an overkill card. I feel like Luigi also, there's a lot of United Healthcare drama. One of them was one of the presidents of something left the competitor. This is a lot of juicy. He left United Healthcare to go work for one of their competitors. They sued him to stop. Like, you can't go work for competitors. It's a he had to sign a non-disclosure because it's conflict of interest. Well, the Massachusetts judge that denied it has a record of doing these. In my personal humble opinion, please do your own research. Literally no facts here, and I can't remember his name. Has a record. I found 2 cases that he denied or let go through that were overturned or investigated. And I don't like these. I mean, if you're getting the real reading, what would you say? Someone's going to court, your life as you know it is over, and back by someone you cared about, because, I mean, we have a little page. This little page is bringing a message. I mean, we have strength. Here's Kathy's Major Arcana card. Temperance. We have the Magician. It's all smoke and mirrors. So we have Judgment literally right here. Oh, and here's our party. I feel bad for this little guy. I think he had an addiction, and I think that that's what I get. I'm going to go back through these because I want to clear up some stuff. I have a few questions. I mean, if you were to ask you guys, just make sure. I mean, the spread speaks for itself. It's sad. I mean, we have death cards. We have death. We have the devil. We have the tower. The 10 of swords. I mean, you can be a beginner, and if you were a beginner and you got these cards, with the cards around it, I think that's what I think. I think he was an addict. And I think that he was going to bring shame to the family. I'm going to ask a yes/no card and see if I'm on the right page. That's really sad. Darn. Okay. I forgot I had this for the holidays. One of our friends, I think it was last Halloween, asked if I would dress up, and that's like so not my style, but I saw this and I wanted to get it. So I was just pulling out the cards, the yes or no cards, to ask if Luigi was an addict, and this entire like setup thing just for me. So I had to pause you because I don't know if that was a sign that we're on the right track or not, and I didn't want to look too into it. All the cards are still out and everything's going. I'm going to clear these cards because I want to ask Luigi a few yes/no questions. I felt the background. Oh, I got rid of the green screen. I'm so glad. That was too much. I want to ask you questions about this. I want to ask him if you wrote a manifesto or not. I want to ask him if he was even there. All right, Luigi. Were you an addict? I'm just going to start with some yes/no's. Were you an addict? Negative in reverse. I know Ashley reads these cards in reverse, but I don't. Absolutely not. Okay, let's do 2 out of 3. I'm curious. That would actually explain a lot of things. If he wasn't, I still have these cards out. Then I want to go through. Good thing I didn't mix them back up. I want to go back through these then. I have them already here. And see how else to read it. Since he's alive, all right. Luigi, were you an addict? Oh, maybe it's, were you an addict? Maybe he was sober now. Were you an addict at one time in your life? Maybe. Okay. Were you an addict happened? I saw the comment that someone was like, oh, they got a Taurus eating. I thought that was pretty cute. My mom, she's a Taurus, and she's a little short Italian lady. Their family actually really reminds me of my mom's family. And so I just cracked up because that's like what we do together is eat. And she, oh, they're Italian Christmas cookies. I don't remember her making them before, but they're so good. I just ate a couple. All right, Luigi, were you an addict when this happened? I feel really bad for this kid. This feels like Richard Allen and Brian Koberger's energy. I feel really bad. It's sad energy, actually. Under no circumstances in reverse. So maybe he was in recovery. Let's ask him if he was in recovery. I also want to ask if he wrote a manifesto. Were you in recovery when this happened? Huh? Oh, darn, so that didn't was. I don't think he was an addict. I feel that he was, but I don't, the cards aren't either not playing or, I want to ask if you wrote a manifesto. Oh, that got weird. I just feel really bad. It feels like Richard Allen and Brian Koberger to me. Answer, unsure, ask again. I don't know if these cards are going to play. Did you write a manifesto? Oh, why don't we just ask if you did it? Did you do this? Accept your fate. That actually hits home, mother. Did you do this? Or were you set? Okay, wait, stop. There. Were you set up for this Brian Thompson killing? Were you set up? No. Did you do it? What did you say? Oh, wow. Hold on. Did he even know how to fire a gun? No one's talked about him having any firearms training. Did you shoot Brian? Can we say that on this? Did you shoot Brian Thompson? Indubitably? What does that even mean? Well, the word indescribable. It's not describable. This means whatever this word is, INDUBITABLY, indubitably. So if it's indisputable, it's not a dispute. It's in is a negative kind. That's from Latin, actually. That's a negative. So it's the opposite of whatever this is. I don't even know what that word means. Indubitably. I wonder if it's supposed to be undoubtedly. I mean, I don't know where from, where is it that I get them for like a cent? You guys know. I can't remember. I don't know if that's a spelling error. Did you do this? Did you shoot Brian Thompson? In reverse, it says yes. So upside down, Ashley, over the reckoning. We love her. It's the opposite. I don't usually read them that way. I mean, there's literally just Facebook is like 20 sources that I've looked through. There's nothing that talks about him having any firearms training at all. Let's use the good old, oh, but I don't want to, I can use my old cards. Do upset, upright, yes, reversals, no. Oh, I could use the Game of Thrones. Oh, I just started watching it. I like it. I just started it today. I figured I needed to understand it. So wait, all right, Luigi, did you shoot Brian? Never. Yeah, see, that's what I expect. Should probably start writing these questions down because I'm going to want to remember them. Did you shoot Brian? And did you write a manifesto? And were you set up? Or were you an addict? I wonder if I should do that. I'll light some sage. I want to know these answers. I have a question. I wish I knew how to read the I Ching cards. Or I had a full deck of regular. That's what I feel like reading is, like regular reading or playing cards. Okay. So I just made a list. Something doesn't feel right. And I'm trying to feel what that is. It's like the energy, if it's me, there's something that doesn't feel right. And I've learned through trial and error, if I don't listen to my intuition, then it never works out for me. And my intuition is like, something's not right, but I don't know what it is. Usually I can just feel it out. I got that I needed to do a soul path, like a soul path journey. Like what part, this was his soul path. I'm talking about Luigi, that I needed to do a soul journey for him. That he might be like Josh Levy and the side, like on that same team, he one of those guys. And but I got that I needed to do that before I could ask these questions. I have 5 questions that I want to ask him. Did you do it? Those kinds of questions. And I'm getting something really weird. It's like I almost want to go like change, like wash it all. There's stuff. And I was just sitting here just praying and asking for guidance, and so I don't know what it is. That's the weird thing. Usually I can just figure it out. Ashley, over at the Reckoning, I know I literally sound like a groupie. She also has these Sacred Wound cards. Oh, and I highly recommend them. And one of the reasons I love them is they fit in my hands, like compared to regular cards. I love them. And haven't felt you are called to use them except for one other time. Maybe Miss Patty's archetype deck. I don't really know. I wish I was live because there's something off, and I don't know if it's me. Like if I need to get that other energy off, or I'm not getting a no though. That's the other thing. It's not like Brian Thompson is no. Still for me. I mean, I don't know. No, okay. All right. I do know. I need to do a soul reading on him. I feel like he's part of the good guys. He's on Lucky, Lofgren, or Lucky, Josh Levy, Karen Reed, John O'Keefe. Sandra. I feel like he's a part of their soul family, which I might be a part of, or I mean, anyone who's on that side. He had to expose the corruption. Maybe Brian is too. Every time I stare at the camera, I'm like, can you see my eye? I do know, though. Okay, that's what I'm going to say that, because that's what's coming to me. So we're going to go into this with the mindset that he's in the same soul family as everyone I just mentioned, like Karen Reed, John O'Keefe, Sandra Levy. Is he single? That's a real question. He is. I think he is so cute. That's a real question. Josh Levy, and I'm missing someone important from that team. Sandra, John, Karen. Oh, Enrique. You know, the O'Keefe to why Kathy has been known as Kathy O'Keefe. Is she like related? I don't know if anyone's done the research or knows. It's a small world when you get into stuff like this. Doing the research, I mean, Idaho, this is on like on the back end. I haven't connected Delphi, but Delphi and Idaho were connected through that guy from the church. Look at Lou Taylor. She shows up everywhere. Oh, I cannot wait. I can't wait. Oh, maybe that'll come with the changing of the guard. That is going to be an awesome purple. So our boy Luigi, I'm getting that he's part of the same soul family that everyone else is. They're here to expose corruption. Thank you. Thanks for doing your part. I'm going to pull some of Ashley's, not the Ashley cards we usually read. These sacred wounding ones. I just want to pull a couple. All right, I'm going to pull a couple and then write down what we have found out. One jumped. Inner critic, needing to address. Persistent negative self-talk. Oh, he's having a hard time with self-esteem. And he needs to address his vulnerability blockages. He has a problem. Like, why haven't any ex-con said, like, he's not the Unabomber? Have any witnesses, literally anyone from Manhattan on New York City at 7 o'clock in the morning, did anyone actually see this? I don't remember hearing anything about witnesses, and that's like the open AI kid. The octopus, again for like the third time. That's what like feels like. And it's everything. Like literally if we use Idaho base, it's like goes out from there. Then into like Epstein stuff. So our little is here. He's part of a soul. This is what I'm getting. If you get something else, good. I love that for you. Unless you're stalking me. That's weird. Literally. And I don't like it, so stop. I'm getting that he's part of the same soul family. I should write down the kids that are in it. That's going to be important for us later. Or for me. Josh Levy, if anyone knows if he's married or not. That sounds awkward, but he is so hot, I think. Okay, Josh Levy. Karen. I wonder how she's doing. Karen Reed. Enrique. John O'Keefe. Enrique. Sandra Birchmore. Nice. I hope things in the Canton area have calmed down. I got a hard no going into that energy. What a mess. So if things have calmed down, then I can go back in. But Not while people are acting like idiots. I know that's not a nice word, but I don't know how else to explain it. They're not acting, that's not my jam, and I don't want to have anything to do with it. Josh, Karen, Enrique, John O'Keefe, Sandra Birchmore. Oh, Ethan. Oh, I never even put that together. Ethan. And our boy, what's his name? Luigi. I think he's about to become our little Ethan. I'm missing some, but that's going to become important for me later somewhere. Now can I ask? I have questions. Okay, but I'm getting that I need Miss Patty's cards. So we're going to do that. Miss Patty is one of our lovely, beautiful, dear friends, and she sent me this archetype card, this deck. I love her. And I want to ask these 5 questions. I didn't ask. All right. Am I supposed to use these cards? I'll just ask that. The eternal child. He is. Oh, good. Oh, good. Wonder if BK's on that list too. Yeah, that's I mean, the eternal. Oh, we have a book. All right, let's try this now. Make sure you guys are on in the top. If you don't like that stuff, then sorry, but I'm not that sorry. I'm only sorry because I feel like that's a polite thing to say, but I'm not sorry because I'm not going to do it if it doesn't feel right. I don't play. You want to know, though? I guess I'll ask if I can ask the questions and use these cards. This might be a double. I don't know what's going. Well, I don't. It's not for me to. I have a human brain. This is on a different level. Can I use these cards out? Surely not. I knew it. There's something blocking. Maybe I need to go sit with it. Or maybe it's not meant to go out yet. Maybe I should take a shower and cleanse and stuff. There's something off. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go do that so I can get back into it. I wish I was live. I'm going to ask you guys what you're getting. I'm just getting, like, go take a shower and cleanse. And showered earlier, but apparently that's not what. We went into something just then that is like, it didn't feel dark. Well, the devil, I mean, we had all the dark cards. We had the devil. We had the 10 of Swords. We had, I mean, we had death. We had a card other than the Emperor, and that's just my own interpretation of it because they earned it, but I wish I was live. I really want to know what, I guess maybe I'll get some clarity for my next shower. So we just touched something like, maybe Luigi isn't as innocent as getting, I don't know. I was getting like Richard Allen innocent. I mean, not even that poor man. All right, I'll be back. I don't have anywhere to go. Okay, we're back. So to recap, I just did a reading on Luigi. And some things that came up were that he perhaps was an addict. And this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I'm literally a chick with a tarot deck. Literally. And he might have been an addict at some point. He might have been. We also got that he's part of the same soul tribe that Josh Levy, Karen Reed, John O'Keefe, Sandra Birchmore, Enrique, Luigi might be in there. I also got, it was his sole contract to play this role. And then I have 5 questions that I wanted to ask. And it was like, it wasn't a no, but there was some resistance and I couldn't figure out what it was. So what I got was that I needed to cleanse. And so I did. I just cleansed my body. I mean, my hair. That would end I reset the cards. And so now I'm hoping, because it's just like 20 minutes later, that we can these questions. And the questions I have for you, or for anyone watching, have any eyewitnesses come forward from the shooting? Now it might be a shooting. Did Luigi have any firearms experience? I haven't seen anything for either of those questions. Anyone knows any birthdays? Of course, our lovely, beautiful friends that helped me with that. You're an angels. You're all angels. But I have, that's our recap, okay? So I reset the decks. If you ever need to reset a deck, what you do, and as long as your intentions are pure, it's not from a dark side anything. It's just like, it just feels like it needs to reset. You sort them. Well, this is what I was taught. If you're taught something else, let us know. That would be cool. But what I was taught when you're in, like, I don't have all day to do this, but is put each card with its suit and then put them in order. And that's how you reset it. That's what I was taught. So now we are going to hopefully get some of our questions answered. The questions that I have: did you shoot Brian? And I'm going to use the yes, no. Luigi, did you shoot Brian? Possibly. Okay, well, I guess that's not helpful. I mean, we had a 50 and we got a 50. Did you shoot Brian? Negative. So we have a negative and then a yes jumped, but we got negative technically. We got actually just in this hand I'm holding. We have yes, possibly, and negative. It's all the spectrum. That's what I mean. There's something like I'm missing something. I don't know if I need to do another reading on him before I can ask these questions. Why don't we do that? This might be one of those that I can't post. That would be a bummer. All right. I'm using the regular deck. Reset sacred space, called in the quarters, ask for guidance and protection. I asked for Raphael to be our bouncer, to only let in what I need to know to deliver the message. All right, Luigi, what do you want to tell us? King of Wands. We have to figure out his grandparents' birthdays. All I didn't set an intention. All I did was ask Luigi what would he need to know. Who's the fire sign in his family? Here's the high priestess in the world. There's the sun is shining. I wonder if that means that the sun is shining on this. Somebody is a wands, and I don't know who it is, but we just got 3 in a row. Daddy Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. This is all about the Pentacles. Oh my gosh, here's Pentacles, generational wealth. Shocker. It's all about the money. It's always all about the money. And someone is a fire sign, some kind. Wands. Wands are Aries, Leo, or Sag. Someone's a fire sign in his life. You also have the High Priestess. She's your ride or die best friend. She won't tell. You could literally ask her to bury a body and she will. We also have the World. That's an end. The end. Goodbye. Done. We also have generation. We have Daddy Pentacle. Oh, this is generational wealth. This is Daddy Pentacles. Here's, she's happy. We have a decision related to money. And then we have this fire. This is a 3 of Wands. So 3, perfect trinity. 3s are also like an expansion because of 4 corners. I mean, he looks to be pondering to me. Here's another decision by a Wands. Who is a fire sign? Like, are his sisters older than him? I'll have to look. And here's a King of Pentacles, or here's a King of Wands. He's fire. He's action. He makes decisions quick. He's a king. We have the sun shining on this. This is sad. I mean, it's generational. Whereas, and what's his name? The other one. This is Ancient Wisdom. We got this on his first reading. He's a soul. He's a star child, or carries ancient wisdom. Over here because I'd really like to get to the bottom of this. All right, we're going to use Ashley Reckoning's cards. Not the nice, sweet ones. We're going to use the true crime ones. All right, Luigi, what would you like to tell us? Somebody had anger or rage. Money, 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 money. So we have anger and rage. Probably him. I would too. This is a package. Maybe you got, and here's money. Mind control. Maybe didn't we already get MKUltra for him? This is a distraction. Yeah. I mean, we have stuff, DOJ investigations from a not corrupt DOJ. Yeah, it's a distraction. I think what I personally think is changing of the guard is putting a lot of pressure on some of these people who have been living in the dark. It's a secret that is in the neighborhood. And here's our wealthy and affluent. This one always reminds me of Karen. Karen, when you have that jet. Here's Trump, literally. I think that's what it is. In the neighborhood. Here are our friends from the sky. This could be his training. I think he built an app. Oh, science experiment. This is all the same stuff. Optical illusion. Church. He's MKUltra. I think. This is my personal humble opinion. There are no facts here. Please do your own research. I think he's MKUltra. Oh. In my experience helping people who are just starting to remember that they were a subject of it, there's an assassination, and there are the assassin and a sex kitten. What if he was? That's what I always thought BJ or BJ. I was just watching BJ Investigates. BK was, because his handler. I mean, I don't think do this. I don't think his front personality knows. And that might be why he has rage, if he did it. The thing about MKUltra, in my experience, so far, I didn't have it or go through it, but I have helped a lot of people who have. And through extreme emotional stress, if you had it, this might be a trigger warning. Through extreme emotional stress, like highly stressful things, they split your personalities. It mostly happens with women who are, or sensitive men. and they train that part of your personality. So like the front part you see that you're also a trained assassin or sex kitten. They have like code words. The ones on the CIA documents, everyone has Google, was tied to Disney, which is concerning. I grew up in Disney, but there have been rumors that he was a pedo or whatever. He touched kids. And I'm guessing that it's just weird that I've already gotten that he's extra. Oh, so maybe that's why these questions aren't relevant, because he doesn't know the answers. I'm getting more of Ashley's cards. Bet you that's what it is. Yeah. Like, he might not even know I've helped or that I've talked to you about it. Start getting like flashes of memories. This is just experience. I have no idea. But they start getting like flashes of memories. It's very similar to when you're a child. If that happens, then you can. I did, for example. I don't even like to talk about it, but as I didn't remember until I was out of college. I was divorced, I think, when I had like a flash of it. Yeah, I was divorced actually, and I had moved back to New England. So I think why this is so sensitive is because he doesn't know if he did it. He's a trained. If there are probably a lot of things they train you for. I mean, but the two that I've directly, the sex kitten and the assassin, what I think it is he can't answer these questions because he doesn't know. Like if he did do it, oh, and that's why we got all three, yes, no, and maybe. Because he doesn't know. And another way, this is in Declassified too. They control the situation is they have shrinks on their staff who don't know about the program or didn't. So when you go talk to someone, they are employed by whoever they think they're employed by. But they know about it and they just make you feel crazy. It's an inside job. This is all in the Declassified. I'm literally, don't come for me. But I think what we just got is like, he was a part of a program, it's younger, that trained him to do things that his front personality doesn't know about yet. And so he can't answer these questions because he literally doesn't know. And that's why we got yes, no, and maybe. That's what I'm getting. Well, this is a conundrum because every time I've ever worked with someone, they know about it. They're ready to like work through it. Well, that answers a lot of questions. I don't know if there's anyone in here that knows more or has been through this process and actually like is on the other side or isn't. Email and let me know, because that's what I'm getting. Is he was part of a program that he has multiple personalities. That's how they train them, and the front personality doesn't know about the other one. And there's no, I mean, one of the things in the dollar are million children that go with this $150 billion industry. I think that we just stumbled upon a secret that our little friend doesn't even know. I'm gonna have to ask for guidance to get to the next phase. That's why I can't ask these questions. He doesn't know the answers. How did we get through Brian Koberger's? Remember, we had to do something to get to his subconscious. Can't remember what we did, though. I might have to go watch that one again. We did something to get past the ego or the guard dog. He's doing a good job. I mean, he is doing a really good job. Which is that's why we're not stuck. Sirhan. The Manchurian Candidate. Think of that. If you have any questions, watch the Manchurian Candidate or read it or whatever you do. Again, that will explain where we are right now and why we're not stuck. We're just, maybe he needs to get to know us or my energy or something. That's where we are. This is Manchurian. He did it. I'm not convinced that he did it, but if he did, he doesn't know he did it. And that's why he wet his pants in the cop car. He was really afraid because once your handler, like, maybe I need to go watch the Manchurian Candidate. It makes a lot of sense, though. And it's sad. It's super sad. Well, I'm going to have to watch. So, Nick, I love you so much. Thanks for coming and sitting with me through that. So, I will watch the Manchurian Candidate, and I'm going to watch, it's the last one of Ethan's that we did. It's like number 30. I think that's the one mic drop. We got through Brian Koberger's. There's something there. And if anyone, like I said, if you're on the other side of it, or you know more about this, like I said, all I know about it is what I read and the people I've helped. By the time they get to me, usually people are like about to jump off a bridge. That's you, but they're not at a point in their like, they're either just remembering like something really weird happened, know about it, they're ready to start healing. This little guy, I don't know if he did or not, but if he did, he doesn't know. And you know what? Who does know? His parents, who ultimately have the final decision if he gets his money or not. Kathy, I don't really want you to be on our trash bucket mother list, but it's sad. I feel bad for this little guy. And I don't know if he did it or not. If he did it, he doesn't know he did it. I'm going to have to go on a soul level. This might be something I need to do in a meditation. Going on a soul level, not on a conscious level. And see, he might need help. Like, I feel really bad for him. But that's where, and that makes a lot more sense now. So, if anyone has any ideas or has been through the process, or shoot me an email if you don't want it to be public. Trust me, I will not say a thing. But with that, I will love you and leave you. Thanks for coming. I'm going to go think about that now.